The year was 1944, and the Pacific Ocean was on fire. World War II raged, its embers lighting up every corner of the globe. But in the Philippines, one of the most decisive naval battles in history was about to change the course of warfare forever. The Battle of Leyte Gulf. It wasn't just a clash of ships and steel, it was a showdown of empires, the final gamble of a desperate power and a testament to human resilience. By October 1944, the Allies, led by General Douglas MacArthur, had launched their mission to liberate the Philippines. But the moment they set foot on Leyte Island, the heart of the Japanese Navy struck back. Their goal was nothing less than annihilation. They sought to lure the American fleet into a trap, sever their supply lines, and halt the Allied momentum in the Pacific. What followed over 4 days can only be described as chaos. Strategic brilliance and catastrophic gambles, all unfolding across a theater of 100,000 square miles of open sea. On one side stood the U.S. Navy, armed with superior numbers, modern weaponry, and a growing tide of confidence. On the other, the Imperial Japanese Navy, battered but determined, throwing everything, including their last viable carriers, into the fight. The Japanese gambit was bold. They split their forces into 3 groups. The northern force, led by Admiral Ozawa, was a decoy meant to lure the Americans away. To the south, 2 smaller Japanese forces sought to squeeze the Allied fleet from different directions. And in the center, Admiral Kurita commanded the main attack force, a massive fleet bristling with battleships, including the fearsome Yamato. Their mission: break through the U.S. line and rain fire upon the soldiers landing at Leyte. But war, as always, is unpredictable. The opening salvo came in the Sibuyan Sea. American planes descended from carriers, striking Kurita's fleet with ferocity, sinking the battleship Musashi. But even as they fell, the Japanese pressed forward. At the same time, the decoy by Ozawa worked. Admiral Halsey, commanding a significant portion of the U.S. fleet, took the bait and surged north, leaving the crucial San Bernardino Strait exposed. A hole, a crack, appeared in America's seemingly impenetrable position. It was here, near Samar, that one of the battle's most remarkable moments unfolded. Facing overwhelming odds, a small U.S. task unit, codenamed Taffy 3, turned to fight. They weren't the giants of the fleet. These were escort carriers, destroyers, and destroyer escorts, armed with little more than torpedoes and bravado. Yet they charged toward Kurita's battleships and cruisers. Shellfire rained around them, metal twisted and groaned, but the Americans held the line, their courage rewriting the definition of David versus Goliath. Amazingly, Kurita hesitated. Perhaps he doubted his decoy's success. Perhaps he feared the arrival of the main U.S. force. Either way, with his forces taking damage and the skies filled with relentless American aircraft, he ordered a retreat, letting victory slip through his fingers. By the battle's end, 3 Japanese battleships, 4 carriers, and 10 cruisers lay shattered beneath the waves. More than 10,000 Japanese lives had been lost. But the cost wasn't one-sided. Nearly 3,000 brave Allied sailors made the ultimate sacrifice, their ships glowing in the embers of a fight they refused to lose. The Battle of Leyte Gulf was more than the largest naval battle in history. It was the breaking point for the Japanese Navy. Never again would they mount a major offensive. It was in many ways the twilight of an empire. And yet, what lingers most is not just the numbers or the strategies, but the humanity. The courage of Taffy 3, the desperation of a sinking fleet, and the echoes of those who fought amid the chaos of war. Leyte Gulf wasn't just a battle, it was a promise kept. MacArthur returned, the Philippines would be free, and the Pacific once ablaze began to find its calm.